In 1352, the world was in a real mess. The Black Plague was everywhere, leaving death in its wake. Every city and village had bodies piled up, men, women, kids, like they were just forgotten debris. The whole atmosphere felt cursed, and life basically came to a halt. In their hopelessness, some desperate folks turned to dark knowledge. They found scrolls hidden away in catacombs and ancient texts buried in the sand, things that were best left alone. But when you're in pain, you stop thinking straight. They called it the ritual of the second incursion. It was supposed to be a summoning, to call on the gods for help when nothing else worked. The ritual happened quietly under blood-red moons. Who spoke the last words? Nobody knows. What we do know is that afterward the skies turned dark, not from storms, but from something old and unknown. Then they came. There was no fire, no rumble of thunder, just a strange silence. They shot through the sky like beams wrapped in darkness, crashing down across the globe, in places like the Carpathians, the Zambezi, the Indus River, the Amazon, and the North Sea. No one had a clue what they were. The people sent to check it out never came back. We were left in the dark about what just happened. I was there at the East Gate. Everyone was kneeling, everyone but me. I thought, this isn't a god, it's death pretending to be nice. And then he looked at me. I was frozen, not even able to pray. Page 7, Journal of Brother Kuta of Onitsha. In the weeks that followed, women started disappearing. Some were taken forcefully at night, others left on their own, wandering into the woods or ruins like they were being pulled by something invisible. Then we started spotting them. Strange creatures hiding in our forests and caves, villages were burned, whole communities were wiped out. These creatures had sharp teeth, unsettling eyes, and strength like nothing we'd seen. Their screams were deafening. Eventually, brave soldiers tried to hunt them down, but it didn't work. Sure, we took down a few, but they just kept breeding like crazy. We named them the Fallen. At first, they stuck to the outskirts, the old ruins and dark woods, but they spread out more and soon began to take over. Villages disappeared, roads went silent, cities were swallowed by darkness and claws. The leaders of kingdoms saw this and shut their gates tight. What they hoped to achieve, no one knows. They stopped sending messengers and ignored calls for help. The first real effort came from Oba Eweka, the second of the Benin Kingdom. He was a strong king who cared for his people and sent his best soldiers into the forests where the Fallen had gathered. They were well prepared. They never came back. The first major loss in Europe was Bohemia. King Alaric IV, a tough ruler shaped by war and plague, led his knights into the hills after hearing about glowing beings luring villagers into the fog. He rode at the front, holding his banner high, with a sword that had never broken in battle. But that day it did. His body was never found. Just weeks later, Prague was in flames, and the kingdom fell apart by winter. 13 months later, Benin City shook with the roar of beasts. The Oba died fighting, spear in hand. His body was lost too. And then, one by one, the kingdoms tumbled. France, still recovering from the plague, couldn't hold strong. The Castile knights were overrun. The temples of Angkor went silent. In Mali, the great towers of Timbuktu burned. Japan's shogunate crumbled under the pressure of the unseen enemy. Kingdom after kingdom fell apart. Mechieval. The Story Crucible. Like, subscribe, and follow.